The time to make history starts right now.
42 for the first.
One more win.
Picked off Polamalu.
One game,
One chance.
all season we fought
and we're ready for any
situation.
And the Cardinals come back to within one.
There are no compromises.
There are no excuses.
And interceptions in 4 straight games.
There's only right now.
A little fake with his shoulders, and he's picked off Polamalu another.
A champion will be crowned.
Larry Fitzgerald takes him to the end zone. 62 yards.
This is my time.
This is my time.
Pittsburgh might be bound for Super Bowl 43 thanks to number 43.
To own the moment.
I've seen a lot of games, and I have a feeling this one is going to be special.
Welcome back, everybody, to Prime Time Action Sports. Week 1 NFL is officially in the books. A lot has happened, and it's only been a week. I don't know where to start, Slider. Antonio Brown's no longer a Raider. He's no longer a Steeler. He's a New England Patriot.
And he's the hard count. Flag is down. Free play. Takes the shot downfield. Antonio Brown goes up and gets it. Goes up. Roethlisberger in zone. Antonio Brown touchdown. Bell then throw it left. 3-round run. Brown taps the toes inbounds. Catch for Antonio. From Lieutenant Roethlisberger. Throwing in zone. Antonio Brown. Spectacular catch. Touchdown. Wow. The other side of this.
We used to try and do this in practice, and nobody can ever do that. That's a helmet catch.
Somewhere.
Antonio Brown has stolen the headlines of this NFL offseason
100%.
from day one. We knew he wanted out after we heard about his situation in Pittsburgh, where they benched him the last game for disciplinary reasons. Then we saw that whole thing, how that evolved to him being on the Oakland Raiders and this helmet fiasco, and then his feet, and then obviously the fight he got in with Mike Mayock. But
Taking jabs at Big Ben still.
he was supposed to end up playing, but then he has to be released. He got the release, and no more than 4 hours later, the defending Super Bowl champs have Antonio Brown, the best wide receiver in the league, in my opinion. He has no route tree. He can run short routes, play in the slot, play outside, over the top, down the middle, down the seams, all those. But he's a do-it-all player, and New England, after having a stomping of the Pittsburgh Steelers on banner night, 33-3, defense looked great.
Walloping, you called it.
Philip Dorsett caught 2 touchdowns. Tom Brady's arm looked better than ever.
In the 25, again off play action, and open for the touchdown. Dorsett. Funky little snap. And wide open. Philip Dorsett. Big night for him. Touchdown.
I'll say that, but just because I'm biased. But that's the whole Antonio Brown drama, and then obviously he's got that case going on with sexual assault. So we'll see how that plays out. It's kind of odd to me. It's somewhat of an odd timing of all this stuff happening with him in the media already, and then obviously this woman that he had, her name is Brittany Taylor. She's come out and saying that he's done all these things over the past couple of years, and how it played into the part of how he was her trainer, or she was his trainer at the time. But we'll see what happens.
It's a serious matter.
The entire season and into the playoffs unless he gets hurt or something. But I think he'll play. I think he'll adapt to the Patriot way.
We'll find out, right?
You see it with Josh Gordon. Obviously he had his issues, but they saw something in him. They hung on to him, and he ended up. You saw him on Sunday night. He caught a touchdown.
Crowd is a buzz.
Quarterback in high school and at Kent State. And then Brady shoots one to Josh Gordon. Gordon breaking tackles. Touchdown, New England.
But I mean, it's up to them. Moss did it. A couple of guys have done it. Keep Talib's done it. LeGarrette Blount. So
That's how you get in line, or you get the hell off my roster. And that's probably the best place to go. But we'll find out. All this
For
stuff.
him.
Yeah, it is. And I think it was no surprise that he went there. Everyone was like, oh, he's going there, and he went there, and then everyone was shocked. But hey, kudos to the Patriots for pulling this off. Let's see how it plays out. I'm very curious. We got a lot to talk about. We got week 1 in review. We're going to talk about the losers and winners, what we learned, who stood out performance-wise. Go back to our pick'ems. Slayer and I have some stuff to talk about for overall week 1. We'll get into week 2, do a little preview, talk about our bold predictions, our game of the week, fantasy football talk, quick takes, all that kind of stuff. So let's get right into it, Slayer. Week 1, pull out the sheet. I pulled out the last week's. If we're looking over, we started off with Green Bay versus Chicago. You picked Chicago, I picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
That was a 1. That was 1 for me at least. However, that was a really slow game. It was really boring if you like offense, but if you like defense, that was pretty good. So, I mean, nothing really stood out besides Allen Robinson's 7 catches and 102 yards.
Yep.
Rodgers had one pretty touchdown, had a pretty 43-yard pass to, what was his name, Scalding?
Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Scantling? Yeah, I saw that. That was really good. Besides that, nothing really stood out. Montgomery, you did me wrong. Let's talk about just kind of the one that stood out. Baltimore.
One that stood out to me, Baltimore and Miami.
Lamar
stomping
Jackson.
59-10. Lamar Jackson, 5 touchdowns through the air.
7-yard line. Jackson over the middle, caught by Hollywood Brown. See you later, Hollywood to the house. There is a flag. Or into the playoffs. 3rd down and 3. Jackson has all day, looking deep for Hollywood Brown again. He's got it. Brown off to the races, and he stays on his feet. Touchdown. Jaguars on 2nd and 8. Lamar Jackson looking end zone again. Sneed's got it. 6 more for the Ravens. 3rd and goal. Pressure coming. Jackson just fires it. End zone wide open. Touchdown. Do not. Looking to throw. Who's it going to be? It is Ricard for the touchdown.
It's really good.
17 for 25 touchdowns. Not too bad for a running back, right?
Yeah.
I want to hit a quick note about that too, about Miami, because we saw them move a lot of players the last couple of weeks before the season started. There's rumors saying that they're tanking, and if that is true, something's got to be done about that. There's got to be some kind of penalty, because tanking's, I think, kind of the cheapest way to kind of play a game. It's like, and I heard rumors that the head coach, whoever they were going to hire, they would say, hey, we don't care if you win or lose, just go out there and do your best. Ryan Fitzpatrick looked like garbage. Josh Rosen looked like garbage. The defense looked like they gave up after the first quarter. And, I mean, Baltimore, they came out to ball, that's for sure. People are saying, oh, Jackson balled up because it's the Dolphins. But, I mean, you got to ball out. So, next, Indianapolis at the Chargers. An overtime victory by the Chargers. Austin Eckler balled.
On 2nd and goal, Rivers rolls, throws, touchdown, Austin Eckler. Where he can throw him the football. Quick flip for Eckler. Eckler inside his blocks. 40, 35, still on his feet, and gonna go the rest of the way. Eckler to the 5, to the end zone. Chargers win it.
And when I mean balled, he had himself a game. He had 126 yards on the receiving end. Phil Rivers had 3 touchdowns. One costly pick that almost let the Colts come back. It was a one-hander. I can't remember exactly who picked it off.
Malik Hooker.
Rivers, end zone, intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and Hooker back up the sideline. What a pick.
Everybody's going a little crazy because the entire Colts defense ran to the...
Thank you. And that was a good game, too. What's the backups for the Colts? The starter now? Brissett? Brissett played well, too. He found T.Y. Hilton twice. The tight ends got shut down, but Marlon Mack balled out. They might actually be a lot better than I think people are giving them credit to.
Yeah, we got Giants at Dallas. Dak Prescott looked great. Amari Cooper looked great.
Pay the man.
He's already gotten a couple hits on Prescott. They fake it to Pollard. Pass is floated. Touchdown, Jarwin. Easy completion. Prescott keeps, flips. Witten, welcome back. Touchdown, Dallas. Prescott had one-on-one. Goes to Cooper for the touchdown. Just terrible coverage there by the New York Giants.
Over the middle, here he is again. This time, it's Cobb, absolutely wide open.
Dallas looks great, and then Detroit, Arizona, tie game. Pretty lame.
That's
but
what we did on that one.
Yeah, Kyler Murray did his thing. He had 2 touchdowns. He started off really slow.
Yes.
And then he came and then he came back and he started doing his thing, started getting his rhythm.
Getting Detroit on their heels a little bit.
First down on the 27. Murray going up on top to Johnson. Touchdown! Kyler Murray on the pass, and it's going to be a touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald, of all people. Murray throws, and Kirk gets the 2-pointer to tie it up.
Ended up forcing overtime, and then obviously ended up tying. Then Monday, which arguably was probably one of the best games of the week, is Houston Texans at the New Orleans Saints. Alvin Kamara was running the ball all over the Houston defense.
Breeze with time and in stride. Here he goes, Alvin Kamara.
In the booth from Monday Night Football, and had a lot to talk about tonight.
And here's Kamara as he gets loose, and Kamara. There's a delay here as Kamara able to cut back in. There's that balance we talk about as he's still going out past. Second chance here. Right now, here is Kamara going loose, and it's another first down for the Saints.
DeAndre Hopkins had a couple drops early, but he came back and he balled out. 2 touchdowns, like 100 and some yards.
Deshaun to the end zone, and Hopkins. Watson into the end zone and into the hands of DeAndre Hopkins. Goes downfield, and he connects. DeAndre Hopkins has the Texans in business.
And then they had that touchdown pass to Kenny Stills with like 40 seconds left.
It's 43 seconds remain. Here comes pressure off the edge. It's Von Bell. He gets rid of it downfield. And he did it! He did it! He did it! Kenny Stills! Welcome to the Texans! What drama in New Orleans!
For the Saints for the Texans go up on top. Then Drew Brees, no timeouts, drives down the field, finds, I forget who, it was a little comeback post kind of towards like the 30-yard line. Yeah, Ted Ginn.
Here we go, clock counting down, drives it over the middle. They do have the timeout, and he gets it to the 40 to Ted Ginn.
And they ended up spiking it, kicking the game-winning 58-yard field goal for the win. Will Lutz, yeah.
58-yard attempt for the win! Got it!
Anyone stand out to you besides that? What, you learned anything?
Nothing. I mean, there's a lot of good rookies. Josh Jacobs, Marquise Brown. Really good performances, and it was just an eventful week 1 with all this media surrounding AB, and then all these games as well. So it'll be a fun season.
All right. Take a break. We'll get back into our week 2 pick'ems. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Primetime Action Sports right here. Slater Thomas to my right. Presley Thomas here. We are your host. We're going to get into week 2 pick'ems. Slater, I don't know what you picked. We talked about our game of the week. We'll just jump right into that. Actually, scratch that. Let's just go right down to Thursday night. That starts tomorrow. We got Tampa Bay at Carolina. Tampa Bay coming off a rough game against the 49ers where Jameis Winston, it was his year to show out what he can do. Mike Evans wasn't there. Nobody was really showing up. He threw 3 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. I got Carolina winning this one just because McCaff's going to show up. Cam Newton's looking pretty hurt, but he'll dump it off, and I think Carolina's just got this one kind of in the bag.
Me too.
All right, cool. Next one, Sunday, going September 15th, San Francisco at Cincinnati. I don't really know where to go this one because this is a tough one. I'm going to go Cincinnati for this one.
I also went Cincinnati.
Okay, all right. I think John Ross is going to perform well. I don't know how long he'll keep that up with A.J. Green officially out of his walking boot today, but still doubtful for this Sunday. Second, Chargers at Detroit. I'm obviously going the Chargers. I think Detroit, even though their tight end played well, they played well in the season opener. Their defense isn't quite there, and the Chargers are going to have a game. Depending if Mike Williams is there or not, I still think Hunter Henry's loss is big too, but they'll find a ways to pick Detroit apart. The only thing I worry about is the time difference. Who you got?
Chargers.
All right. Next, Minnesota Green Bay, another good NFC North battle. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to come out very hot again. He might struggle early on in the first quarter against Minnesota's tenacious defense, but he's going to force Kirk Cousins to throw as well. And this might be another shootout, one of the biggest, highest scoring games of the week. So
I got Green Bay as well.
All right, you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, so we got Indianapolis at Tennessee.
Right.
I have Tennessee taking that one
Okay.
at home. Their defense has always been solid.
Yeah,
their
underrated.
offense, as long as they can get Derrick Henry rolling and Marcus Mariota can have time in the pocket, they can drive the ball downfield. So I'm going to take Tennessee in that one.
I took Indianapolis.
He's got Indy, so yeah, there's one. And then we got New England at Miami.
This is-
No question
yeah.
there. New England. I know they have a hard time playing in Miami in the past, but it's week 2. They're getting the game out of the way early. It's not like they're going from cold Foxborough to super warm Florida or Miami.
Overcast.
Yeah, and it's all humid
Yeah,
at the end of the season.
You got Buffalo at the New York Giants. Slater, who you got?
In Buffalo.
Okay, me too. You want to lead us into the next ones? I just kind of cut you off.
Seattle, Pittsburgh.
Good game.
I got Pittsburgh with that one at home.
Same.
I think they're going to bounce back. Seattle, they look good too, but I don't think they're going to have enough
No.
to beat Pittsburgh at home in week 2. I
Mhm.
think Juju Smith-Schuster will be better, even though he had a toe injury, but I think they'll be back. The running game will be back, and the defense will hopefully get a stop. And then we got Dallas at Washington. I got America's team, Dallas Cowboys. I got Ezekiel Elliott having a big game on the ground. I got Dak Prescott throwing a couple touchdowns to Amari Cooper.
Fantasy points.
Yeah. And then Arizona at Baltimore. I'm going to take Baltimore on that one. I feel like it would be a more competitive game than Baltimore against the Dolphins were, but I still feel like Baltimore is going to win decisively, if not by points, but decisively.
They're gonna ruffle Murray's feathers a little
Yep,
bit.
that's a tough game for Kyler Murray, for sure.
In Baltimore.
Yep.
Next one, you got Jacksonville at Houston. I think with the loss of Nick Foles is very significant. Jacksonville needs to find another quarterback. I got Jacksonville losing to Houston.
I got Houston
All
winning
right,
the game as well.
I think we're going to agree on everything going forward, too. All right, Kansas City at Oakland. Oakland,
KC.
Yeah, Oakland, you came out hot, but you got Mariota, MVP Mahomes coming here. So, Chicago at Denver. Chicago, they're going to bounce back. Trubisky will have a decent game because it's against Denver. And Denver's defense didn't show up against Oakland. I thought they would. So, I'm going to take Chicago for that reason.
Me too.
Next is our game of the week officially. It's New Orleans at LA Rams. A rematch, but it's in the Coliseum. It's not in the Superdome. It's in the Coliseum. Yes, I repeat. So New Orleans, for that reason, is going to come out hot no matter where it is. They're going to come out angry. They're going to come out mad. Redemption. New Orleans fans will be there at the Coliseum, and that's why I got New Orleans winning, but by a field goal.
I got them winning. I got them winning by.
Let's predict the final score.
I got the final score being New Orleans 31, the LA Rams 24.
I say the Saints win 31-28.
27, sorry. I meant 27-31 Saints.
27-31?
Yep.
I say 31-28. All right, finally, to close off Sunday, it's Sunday Night Football, Philadelphia at Atlanta. This is a must-win for Atlanta. I know it's very early, only 2 games in, but this is a confidence booster against Philadelphia, someone that kind of wrecked them in the season opener last year. So I've got Atlanta winning since it's in their dome. It's Matt Ryan, Matty Ice going to show up, Julio.
Yeah, this is a game that kind of interests me because Philadelphia is going to be on the road. We're going to really see how they're going to compete as a team because it's their first test on the road against a team that's arguably in a playoff contention.
Correct.
Atlanta Falcons, they're really good at home. They're really good on offense, as we all know. But I see this game going, Devontae Freeman getting his game back. He's going to rush for around 100 yards, a touchdown. Matt Ryan's going to throw a couple touchdowns. He's going to throw 1 to Calvin Ridley and 2 to Julio Jones.
Pretty bold. So I close off it. Monday Night Football, Cleveland at the Jets. I kind of want to take the Jets right here, but I mean, because we only disagreed on 1, but I guess that would make it 2. So I don't know if I want to risk it or we can just bet on how many points were scored against our game of the week. Maybe that we both took New Orleans. I am going to switch it up. I'm going the Jets. F it. I'm going to say the Jets are going to win solely based on Robbie Anderson's big performance on Monday night. He's going to ball out. And I mean ball out. He's going to have 2 touchdowns off 7 catches, 123 yards. Mark my word. 7 receptions, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns in a close game that's going to come down to the wire on Monday night to close off week 2. So we're going to disagree on 2, okay? I wanted Cleveland. Any bold predictions? Besides, I just said kind of the Robbie Anderson thing as my bold. You mentioned Julio and Amari Cooper getting a couple touchdown grabs. Is there anything really bold you want to shoot out there?
Yeah, there is. I got David Montgomery rushing for 3 touchdowns. On
Holy
Sunday.
crap.
Yep.
Remember how I said Matt Stafford's going to get hurt?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be the first one to get hurt? It's not this week either. When the game comes, I'll see it on these pick'ems. I'll
Probably
know when.
against Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, like the Bears or something in Chicago. All right, so you're officially the winner as of right now, week 1. Now we can get into our fantasy stardom synonyms. Do you have any stars of the week, fantasy wise, or studs of the week, duds of the week, fantasy wise, that you want to reach out about?
Yeah.
I think about that.
Gosh, which one? I had it right here too. Where was it? Where's the game? Oh yeah. Josh Jacobs, he's gonna have a big game. Tyrell Williams is gonna have a big game as well. Kansas City, they're in Oakland, but I still think Kansas City's gonna win. But I think those players on offense are
Playing from behind.
Not playing from behind necessarily, but I think they're gonna compete in a way to where they're gonna be there, but they're gonna lose by like 10 points or something off.
You were pretty spot on last week. You said bench Tyreek Hill and he got hurt, but you said start Leonard Fournette. He only had 10 points because he had a costly fumble in the game too.
Yep.
But I mean, you can't do him too wrong. You said A-Rod over Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray had a better game. But also, granted, Rodgers had a better or harder opponent. I'll say my start of the week is going to be Alvin Kamara. I think that after what we saw Monday night, he's going to come out even harder than he did. He's going to actually get in the end zone this time. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. Actually, yes, 3 times.
Start Chris Thompson.
Start Chris Thompson off the Redskins.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say my sit of the week. It's going to hurt me to say this, but it's going to be... I don't know. I don't want to say. I was going to say Phillip Rivers, but also I think that's going to be a back and forth type of game. I'm going to say the sit of the week is going to be T.Y. Hilton against Tennessee. Like you said, Tennessee is a much better defense. They're always underrated. He scored twice last week against the Chargers, but this is a different kind of defense. It's going to be a division game. It's going to be gritty. It's going to come down to just who kind of wants it more based off just heart and soul and power.
Yep.
Rock and roll, brother. So that's all I got. I'll ask you a question. Who do you start? Carson Wentz or Matt Ryan in the Superdome? Or, excuse me, in Atlanta. Who do you start? You only get one.
Carson Wentz.
Okay. Second, Phillip Rivers or Matt Stafford?
Phillip Rivers.
Okay, fair enough. Now, do you start Kyler Murray or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay. Philip Lindsay or Royce Freeman?
Philip Lindsay.
Okay.
PPR.
All right, yeah, of course. And then we're going to start off Thursday night. Go ahead.
Philip Lindsay's my sit for the week.
Sit of the week, okay. All right, cool. Anyone you're starting on the Miami offense?
I know.
Not even Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Maybe.
If he even starts?
If it comes down to it, maybe. If there's some Fitzmagic, yeah, you'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick.
All right. So we're touching up on the fantasy thing. We'll get some more stuff kind of in touch for the future week, but thanks for tuning in. We're about to get into some quick takes and some more topics. Talk to you soon, all right. All right, guys, welcome back. Primetime Action Sports. We're on to quick takes. So before we get into this, is there anything NFL-wise you want to touch on before we get on? Anything about UFC, basketball,
Khabib,
women's soccer?
Khabib defended his belt, looked better than ever, and that's basically all I got to say.
Cool. All right, you've got a lot of alarms set for every freaking hour. Okay, cool. Minute 55?
Sure.
All right, I'm going to quiz you first, okay?
Okay.
All right, ready, set, go. Melvin Ingram played for what college?
I know that. Skip it.
Okay, Richard Sherman plays for the
Niners.
What jersey was I wearing last show?
Mike Vick.
Who's the head coach of the Cardinals?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yep. Where did Lamar Jackson play college?
Louisville.
Okay. How many touchdowns did he throw week
5.
1? How many times did Deshaun Watson get sacked against the Saints?
6.
Damn. What college did Watson attend?
Clemson.
Cool. What round was Dak Prescott drafted?
4th.
John Elway won how many rings?
2.
Who was Ryan's dark horse MVP? Ryan Pierce.
Zeke.
Nope.
Skip it. Phil Rivers.
Yep. What college did Carson Palmer attend?
USC.
What number was Vincent Jackson when he was on the Chargers?
83.
Mike Evans plays for the
Bucks.
Deshaun Jackson plays for the
Eagles.
What college did Antonio Brown attend?
Central Michigan.
Who is Devontae Freeman's backup?
Ito Smith.
What number is Padres Tatis Jr.?
13. Or not 13. 9.
Nope.
I forget.
Skip it?
Yep.
Who is the main character of The Last of Us?
Skip it.
What number was Pau Gasol when he was on the
16.
Lakers? Who is the main... Okay, you're done. Who is the main character of The Last of Us?
Skip it.
Okay, what number is Tatis Jr.?
Skip it.
Okay, going way up to the top.
11.
What was that?
Tatis 11.
Nope.
Okay, skip it.
Melvin Ingram played for what college?
I know it. South Carolina.
There you go. Okay. Finally, what number is Padres Tatis Jr. and who's the main character of The Last of Us?
Peter. Chris.
Nope.
Jack.
Nope.
Darn, I do not know.
Tatis is what number for the Padres?
21.
Nope.
He's 19.
Nope.
I don't remember.
Damn, you breezed through those two. All right, want me to give them up to you?
Yeah.
So you missed two. You got 18 out of 20. What number is Tatis Jr.? He's number 23.
See, I knew it was lower.
And who's the main character of The Last of Us? I've asked you the question 3 times. You got it once. It's Joel.
Joel. I always forget that. I'm terrible with names.
Sorry, you lose.
I am gonna win this one.
I think so too. Mine was because I was doing mine. It's
Yeah,
like
it's like
fast
a
to do it.
loser.
All right. So Larry got 18 out of 20.
Okay.
Good stuff, I guess.
You're gonna like the second question.
All right, let's go.
All right, ready?
Yep. Go.
What college did Odell Beckham Jr. attend?
LSU.
What college did Antonio Brown go to?
Central Michigan.
How many receiving touchdowns does Calvin Johnson have in his career?
91.
No.
92.
No.
87.
No.
79.
No.
Skip it.
Who is the Chargers starting fullback?
The Watt brother.
What year was Khalil Mack drafted?
2012.
No.
2014.
Who is the Cowboys' all-time leading rusher?
Emmitt Smith.
Who won Super Bowl 41?
The Packers.
No.
Ravens.
No.
Pats.
No.
Giants.
No.
Seattle.
No.
Broncos.
No.
Philly.
No.
Skip it.
What QB holds the record for the longest pass in Super Bowl history?
John Elway.
No.
Tom Brady.
No.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Big Ben.
No.
Oh, it's Super Bowl 41 Steelers.
No.
Skip it.
What number is Christian McCaffrey?
22.
What actor plays Larry in Chuck and Larry?
Kevin James.
What team did Joe Kingman play for?
Oh God, I don't know. The Rock Stars. The Bulldogs.
No.
Skip it.
How old is Drew Brees?
41.
What? No.
40. 39.
What number is Luke Kuechly?
40. 50.
Patrick? No.
51.
No.
40. 52.
No.
54.
No.
55.
No.
56.
No.
49.
No.
50.
No.
56.
No.
Skip it.
Patrick Peterson's on what team?
Pat Pete's on the Cardinals.
Kyler Murray's went to what college?
Kyler Murray went to Oklahoma.
What team is Jamal Adams on?
Jamal Adams.
Safety.
Packers?
No.
I don't know. Skip it.
Where was Drew Brees drafted?
He was drafted to the Chargers.
What round was Gronk drafted in?
The second.
What number is Mark Ingram?
Mark Ingram's 54.
No. Mark Ingram.
22.
No.
23.
No.
28.
No.
Can you change his number?
Yeah.
27?
No.
32?
No.
I don't know. What is it?
21. Who is the UFC's lightweight champion?
McGregor.
No.
Bones Jones.
No. This is a question I've asked you like 4 times.
Beef.
Yeah, there you go. McGregor. Yeah, so let's see. Calvin Johnson.
Did I finish it?
No. No. So you missed. Khabib one. Mark.
Okay, well, no, I
you
know.
got to the Mark Ingram one. Okay. So you missed 1, 2. Got that one. Got that one. 3. Jamal Adams on the Jets.
What are Luke Kuechly now?
59. So 1, 2.
Thomas Jones.
3. 4. Boston Rebels 5. That's where Joe Kingman played. Got that one. Jake Delhomme had the longest touchdown pass.
Wow,
in
I
history.
guess that.
Muhammad, yeah. That's 6 wrong. Super Bowl 41 was the Colts against the Bears. Obviously Super Bowl 42 after that was the Giants and the Patriots. I thought you remember that. So Colts, that's how many did you get wrong? 6 or 7?
That's 7 now.
You got that one. You got the Khalil Mack, Derek Watt. You got that. Calvin Johnson, 83 touchdowns in his career. So it's what, 8 or 9? It's just yeah. So yeah, we'll go. We'll say 12 out of 20. 12 out of 20.
All right, yeah, whatever. There you go. We don't really officially count. We won't officially go through the counting.
Thanks.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's back. Back to its rightful owner.
Well, we'll see how that goes after next week because this one's at its rightful owner. Dun, 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 dun. Well, guys, you know how it goes. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. And if you haven't already, subscribe on YouTube, Primetime Sports. Follow us on social media, Primetime Action Sports, a.k.a. Primetime Sports. The I in time is a Y. Have any questions, reach out to Slater Thomas, Presley Thomas, which is us, obviously. If you want more hats, stickers, just some social insight, you just want to talk about sports or talk about your life, we're here for you because that's what we do. Slater, looking into week 2, what's the most biggest thing you're looking forward to? It could be, it's obviously NFL. Is there a certain game you look forward to besides our personal game of the week?
I just really hope Antonio Brown's on the field.
I hope Ezekiel, I hope you come the ball. Devontae Freeman, I hope you have more than freaking 4 points in fantasy because I need it. I accidentally drafted you in the 4th round. I need you to come out and play.
Accidentally.
Yeah, I really did. I really did. So you need to come out and ball and make sure I don't have to trade you. Anything else you want to reach out about? Any good fights? Anything else?
Not right now. No.
Okay.
Not right now.
Yeah, you're good. So we'll be talking about some fantasy breakdowns, some more in-depth analysis next week while we get ready for week 3. But
Let's go, Le'Veon.
Yeah, Le'Veon, you got playing. Oh, Monday Night Football. What better way to show the world that you are back? I hope your boy Baker. Hey, you're rooting for Le'Veon, but you chose the Browns.
I got him on my fantasy team. Okay. There's money at stake here. I want the Browns to win, but I want Le'Veon Bell to ball out.
All right, fair enough. Everyone, thanks for following us. Like we said again, we're here for you till the end. But until then, we out.